when I ask him, do you like gym? He's like, no. But I'm like, so why you go 3 days a week? I only tell you to go twice a week. He's like, but the feeling that pushing myself, I cannot help it. I like that feeling every time the weight is really heavy, but I push through it. Hi, welcome back to KungFu Tea series. I'm Jay, and if you haven't heard of KungFu Tea series, it's just a series of a kung fu guy drinking tea and then chit chatting with you, right? It could varies from like hot topics, hot debate, any sport specific things, any martial art, self defense, right? It varies, and it all depends on you. So if you want to talk with me about any kind of problem, remember to shoot me an email or comment on the comment sections, right? Tell me what you want to talk about, right? Then I'll happy to share my content with you to make you to help you achieve your goal. Okay, let's go to our topic today. Today's topic is a very hot topic too. It's about fitness, right? And today there's only one sentence. If you watch this clip, right, and then if you think that you haven't learned anything, just remember this sentence, right? Fitness is not about looking. It's way more important than that. Remember that. It's not about looking, right? It's way important than that. Okay, let's go. Why I want to talk about this? Because there's so many people that go to gym that seek fitness just for the look, right? Because maybe they they skinny, right? Maybe they chubby, maybe there's so many things that make them shy, right? Make them like insecure. But in my opinion, if you have if you have a weak body, yes, you can go to gym to strengthen it, right? But if you have a weak mind, going to gym is not your solutions, right? Because most of the cases, in my opinion, is because people just so insecure, right? You're insecure about how you look. You scare people judging you. But guess what? There's nothing you can do. Like, how can you how can you change somebody perspective, right? So if you follow others perspective, let's say you meet this girl one a really muscular guy, you get the really ripped, right? And then there's like your parents like, oh, you're too ripped, I don't want that, right? You look like a Godzilla or something, right? Like people perspective will change. And then if you look at fashion, right? Look at appearance, like 10 years, 20 years before, it's already changed a lot. So in the next 10 years, it's gonna change. So are you gonna keep adapting, keep changing, just to please all the people opinion and perspective? In my opinion, no. Unless if you're an actor, unless if you're an actress, I understand that you need to present yourself professionally and according to the trend, right? So that I totally understand. That totally makes sense. But rather than that, I don't see any reason that you need to go for the look, right? And in Vietnam, we have this quote, really famous quote: you can change the world easily, but it's really hard to change somebody through nature, right? If you if like if you're a coward, going to gym doesn't make you confident, right? If you're an asshole, going to gym doesn't make you a saint, right? So just keep that in mind, right? And you know if you only care about the look, it's like how do you say it, it's like it's hard for me to understand the trend nowadays, even though I'm only 25. But most of my time I spend on like kung fu and like study, so I don't really catch the trends nowadays, right? But and you look at it's like you go into a really famous restaurant. Let's say if like Gordon Ramsay cook a meal for you, and when he present the dish to you, on all you see is wow, this is so amazing. This dish is so beautiful, right? And that's it. You don't really care about how it tastes. You don't really care about how the flavor come together, right? You don't care about how like the message that the chef sent through the plate. You don't care about like the vibe you have, like maybe it's like rustic Asian kind of street food, right? You eat it, you feel like you're in Asia. It could be like a really fancy taste, right? When you eat it, you feel confident, you feel fancy, right? There's so many things around it, and all you care is the look. It's the same, right? Gym can help you with confidence. Gym can help you with a really decent pressure from like immediate response, help you with a lot of like confidence and push through yourself, right? Gym can help you with like your health, your vibe, right? And most of my friends that train, that like gym, like like they have positive vibe, right? And even though they're not athlete, right, they're always positive, right? They never feel pain. And look, man, the look might change, right? People might disagree with you about how you look, right? Screw them. You don't need to care about them. But guess what? Your health never betray you, right? You want to look really cool now, and then let's say in like 10, 20 years, right? And then your muscle, and then your muscle get flat, right? Your joints get broken. Your joint get really broken, right? Your ligament get weakened, right? Like every day you wake up, you feel the pain on your ankle, you feel the pain on your back. Every time you try to lift something up, you're like, oh my back, Jesus, right? Every single walk, you feel that pain. Do you want to be like that, right? It's funny that people always look about it like that. I can never understand it because because look, man, why you try to chase the look? 10 years ago, I already chased to be better, and guess what? I'm still screwed too, right? I tore two of my ligament, ACL and the LCL, right? I I think I damaged my ankle quite a bit, like both of my ankle. And because of what? Because I used to play soccer almost every day. On top of that, I in a basketball team. On top of that, I do martial art 3 nights a week. And occasionally I go play tennis, I go play badminton, right? I do a lot of sport, right? And that's not smart, that's stupid. I wish somebody tell me earlier that like all of this information that I have right now. I wish there's a time machine so I can go back and then I give this information to my younger self. I'm like, study this, right? You need to do this. Don't screw yourself up, right? And people like I get overtraining. I I tone my body down, and people doesn't have that like sufficient health standard, and all they do is they want to chase the look. In my opinion, if you have, I'd rather have a Ferrari inside, but outside it look like a Honda, rather than I have a Ferrari outside, but inside is the Honda engine. I don't want to like disrespect to Honda kind of thing, but you understand my comparisons, right? You understand my metaphor, right? That is the problem. And mm, the problem is come from self-esteem, come from confidence, right? It's not come from the actual weight training, the actual physical activities, right? And you know what? If you have low self-esteem, yes, you need to go to gym, but more importantly, you need to understand what you like. You need to understand what you're good at, and then you have a taste of confidence, you have a taste of success. That will help you much better compared to just go to gym and make you bigger, right? That doesn't make sense. Your muscle is not related to your confidence, right? Like one of my close friends, when he first started, actually two actually, um, they decided to like go to gym, and they tell me, hey, do you want to train us, right? Like we want to get bigger. I was like, wow, if you want to get bigger, here what you do, you go to gym twice a week, every day. This is what you do. You do bicep, you do chest, you do bench press, right? And then you do shoulders, right? That one you do. You do 4 sets and 8 reps each, twice a week. That's it, and you see the result in like 1 or 2 months. And you don't need me. And then I tell them that if you only chase for the look, that's what you get. You don't need me. If you want to be better, if you want to be stronger, if you want your muscle to function way better than now, then I'll teach you for free. And they agreed the deal. They said, okay, 50% the look and 50% the functional muscular strength. So after I trained them for 3 months, one of them is very shy. He's like a nerd artist, right? He always stay in his room, do design, right? He never leave his house. He always stay in his bedroom, right? Stay in his set place. After he go to gym with me, right? After I show him how it's good to be open up, to go out, right? To be socialized, he just become more active. And now when I ask him, do you like gym? He's like, no. But I'm like, so why you go 3 days a week? I only tell you to go twice a week. He's like, but the feeling that pushing myself, I cannot help it. I like that feeling every time the weight is really heavy, but I push through it, right? And then he become more active, right? He become more talkative. Before he always quiet, right? He always really super quiet, right? And the other guy is, he used to party a lot. He used to smoke a lot of weed like daily, but now after 3 months, he stopped smoking weed daily. He stopped he stopped partying for 3 months, right? And then all he do is now he try to focus on study, right? And then he always talk about motivation. He always talk about goals. He always ask me, um, right, what can I do to be a better me than yesterday, right? So you see, if you use it the right way, it could help your mind. But if you only care about the thing outside you, how you look, that miserable, man. Like being bigger doesn't help you. Just like in self defense, and when I teach self defense, I always tell my student, right? It's not about the techniques. It's not about like the strength you have. If you don't have the confidence to execute it, if you don't have the mind, right, the really smart mind to execute it, none of this stuff will work. Because guess what? We train with a fake knife. What if the guy draw a real knife, right? Now you're scared because your brain knows that is real. That is real stimulus, right? So maybe you care less about people and care more about yourself. See what you can do to yourself. And fitness is so important, right? Science already proven that is super recommended when you after 35, right? Because from 30, your your skill just go deck like downhill like that, and and every year it dropped 1%. Let's say at 30, your point is like 50, right? Your point is 50% like average people, right? In 20 years, when you turn 50, you now got like 30. And now without any much training, now everything hurts. Or you can have a better start. you can have like a 70, 80 to start, right? And then you slow the curve by keep exercise, by keep getting fit, by keep being active, right? So now when you turn 50, now you're still at like 60, 70 something, right? And believe me or not, but 50 and 60 is just a number, right? When you look at Mike Tyson, right? He just fight last week, right? And then he's like a beast at his age, 55, right? He still pull it together. Do you want to be like Mike Tyson? I don't know about you, but I am. I want to be like him when I'm turned 55. Look at Jesse Glover, the first student of Bruce Lee. When he's 70 with cancer, he still move and then he still screwed up all of the young guy. The young guy with muscular like go and then Jesse just touch his hand. There's like, oh, it's like a mountain, right? All of them tell that every time you touch Jesse's hand, it feels like a mountain, right? And my Sifu, Adam Chan, he always told me that Jay, my goal is I want to get picked at 60. And I always laugh about it. I'm like, Sifu, what I learned in school is 30 is the peak. And then he's like, wait for me, I'm prove you wrong. So you see, those kind of things, right? I'm not just like telling you this example, telling you this story just for fun. I want you actual benefit from it. I want you actual motivate from this, right? And and please, please, fitness is important, right? Physical activity is important. I always tell people that no matter what you do, you don't need to do kung fu like I am, but choose something you like, choose something that you feel comfortable with, and freaking exercise, right? Especially right now, the COVID is happening again, the second wave, right? Right? You need to keep your immune system up, right? You need to keep your health up, right? So make sure you stay active, right? Make sure you train hard, right? Okay. Rather than that, if you have any questions, please, you know that you can always ask me. So just shoot me an email, right? Comment on the comment sections, right? If you like this series, just click the subscribe button to follow my channels, right? If you don't like about it, please leave the comment. Tell me what you don't like about it. Could be, oh, you talk way too long, right? I don't like your vibe, right? Just anything, right? I would love to assist you in your journeys, right? I would love to be your companion. So please, please leave feedbacks. Okay, that's it for today. You know what to do, man. Enjoy your week and make sure you train hard.